Well, praise the Lord, everybody. Welcome to On Point, the number one Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America, live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on any smart device at David G. Evans, the number one. That's at David G. Evans, the number one. Won't you please invite at least 5 people to join this great conversation today? Like us, as always. Give us those thumbs up. We'd like to get at least 1,000 of those today. Subscribe to us. Doesn't cost you a thing. Just know, and it'll help us in the algorithm as we spread this great conversation. Of course, joining us once again is our world-famous co-host, Reverend Nicholas A. Smith. What's going on, man?
Good morning. Good morning.
You
nice
good?
Day. Yes, sir. Nice day.
Yeah, it's turning out. Just
busy.
Yeah. A lot going
As
on.
always, yeah.
Don't want to delay too much. I was thinking, sometimes we start out with a biblical discussion. I was thinking about how people don't really understand how interested Jesus is, God is, the Word of God is interested in our mental health, our emotional stability and well-being, that Bible really does do a lot of work as it relates to peace, which has to do with not only mental but emotional things, strongholds, which are thoughts that we need to become liberated from, and how God says I have to tear them down. They have to be deconstructed, which really says to me that they're constructed over time, and they must be pulled down or deconstructed. I'm just finding more and more in the time that we live, and I guess I'm trying to get your opinion on this, time that we live, I've never seen a greater need for the mental, emotional part of the Bible than I have right now.
Absolutely. I think 2 things. First, as a society, we're overstimulated, and the accumulation of information and awareness of all that's going on in the world doesn't help the situation now.
Raises stress levels.
It raises stress levels up. So if the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning is open up your phone or watch something that's going to overly stimulate you with a bunch of bad news, you're starting your day off automatically on a downward trajectory. You know, like how many people wake up and the first thing they do is say, thank you, Lord, for waking this morning. Read a scripture first before you jump into what's going on in the world.
They're not intentional about setting the tone for the day.
Yes, there you go.
And then the other thing that I think I see is people are glued to their feeds. And unless I'm misinterpreting that, the people that I know that are glued to their feeds are not necessarily looking for good news. They're looking for any trash, any drama that's going on in someone else's life. And I often wonder if I'm constantly searching or stimulated, as you say, by the feed of negative news. Am I trying to confirm my own sadness? Am I looking to see if someone else is suffering like I am?
Yeah, we bypass the good stories and go right to the
And
drama.
Am I looking for some kind of validation or someone's doing bad too? Because a lot of people are not stimulated by the things that are good on. As a matter of fact, what I noticed, and I'm not on nearly as much as a lot of people, the negative stuff gets all the views. The positive stuff people don't even want to read about.
And that's why they know what they're doing when they create polls, when they create these headlines. They do it on purpose because they know it's going to rile you up.
It's going to stimulate things.
It's going to click it. It's money to them. I'm following this brain doctor. This guy is really good.
Is he?
And he was talking about how they did a study of people who gave up their phone for 3 days. And he basically said what happened was in 3 days, it reset their brain.
I can believe it.
To where it was supposed to be. That dopamine and all that prefrontal cortex and all that reset back to normal.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and he was highlighting how, not even just social media, just in general, how we're so interactive with everything and what it's doing to our brains, and we don't think what it's going to do.
I remember years ago, because of the, neuroplasticity of our brains, it can actually be reprogrammed, and that the brain is set up that whatever you repeat to yourself 7 times, your brain starts to accept that that's true. So how many private conversations have we had around negativity How many internal conversations have we had about negativity? Simply think we're reading something when we're resetting our brain to believe that all this stuff is becoming our truth. That's amazing to me.
It is. And thinking about it, how many people, talking about grown folk now too, cannot sit for 20, 30 minutes in silence in the house, just being calm.
I remember I was walking into my apartment when I was a young guy, and then my mom was on the phone with me. And she said, "What's all that noise?" Well, as I gotten into the house and I was on the phone, I was turning on devices. I had stereo on in the living room, I had a TV on in the bedroom, and she said, "What is all that noise?" And I said, "Well, I got the TV on, and then I actually turned on, at that time, the record player, and I had that going too." And she's like, "What's wrong?" I said, "What do you mean, what's wrong? Why do you have all these distractions going on in your house when you should want peace in your house?" She said, "You're going to have to learn how to turn that stuff off, come in there, sit down, be at peace without a distraction." And it made me think about the times, the maniacal consistency of turning on stuff. I'm the only person in the house. In every room. So I'll have some distraction going in.
A lot of people don't like being alone with their thoughts.
That's bad.
Because they don't know how to manage them and work through them.
But you'll never mature them.
Yes, you'll never mature them. We live in a culture of avoidance. Like you said, even distractions. And we all have little ways where we distract ourselves from our thoughts at times.
But it can't be a lifestyle.
It can't be a lifestyle.
Right.
You know, I think you said a couple of weeks ago when you talked about how you used to go to sleep to get away from it, and then you realize that the devil was using that to stop you from getting victory in a certain area. And it made me think about different ways I do that. And I hope everybody else thought the same thing. Because like you said, we all do it in some way, shape, or form. And I get it. You don't want to deal with some things sometimes.
Some days you just don't feel like, what's the word they use? Bandwidth for it?
Yes.
Some days you don't feel like you have the capacity. And I understand those days, even for myself. But then when I find myself lingering too long in the distraction, or find myself watching the tragedy of someone else because I need to see bad so I don't feel so bad, I'll say that's enough.
That's enough. You have to. You have to.
But do most people have that self-awareness, though?
No.
Okay,
No.
so they just keep watching.
They keep watching.
And then wonder why they're so, what's the Bible call it, why their countenance is so down. 90% of the time. Okay.
I remember I was talking to somebody. This is a particular situation. She said she has a hard time sleeping at nighttime because her brain is racing to go to sleep. And I said, and I knew the person. I said, one of the reasons why is because you avoid how you feel all day long. So by the time you lay down, your brain is just doing its job.
Sorting things out.
If you would have sorted it out during the course of the day, it'd be easier at nighttime to actually relax some.
I call it the night of the living dead. You bury it all day long.
Yes.
As soon as you lay down, those hands start coming
right back up. It comes back up.
Yeah.
But something you addressed about some of our brothers in the faith movement about avoiding emotions, what you avoid is going to come back again. Process your feelings.
It's absolutely nonsensical, I think, and I do have friends in the faith movement. To discount something God has given us. He's created us with these feelings. But we have manipulated it so until our feelings are mastering our lives rather than our thoughts and mind managing our emotions. And there's the problem. So if I get blessed, there's an emotion that comes along with that. If something goes wrong, there's an emotion that comes along with that. So you can't tell me that emotions are bad. Okay.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and she was talking about a justifiable feeling. And I said, why are you trying to avoid feeling something that's completely justifiable? You're a human being. We get this all or nothing thing. It's either this or that rather than both.
Tyranny of war.
You're not a super Christian because you're walking in joy every single moment and you never have any stress and no problems. We try to avoid necessary grief. I'm talking about necessary sadness.
Absolutely.
And allowing ourselves to go through our process of,
Yep.
Joy in grief.
Yep.
Joy in sadness. You know?
There's not enough balance, I think.
Yeah.
The Bible's pretty clear. It says blessing with persecution. But also says blessing that adds no sorrow.
Yep.
So there is a negative attached to a positive. God says he's going to work all things out. He's not saying everything's going to be good.
Yeah.
He's saying the good and the bad come together, and it's going to work out.
Yeah.
So I think we're losing our balance spiritually in thinking that if I feel sad about a thing, I don't have any faith.
Yes.
But I am in the position, you and I are in the position, people are in the position to control, if you will, how far that sadness goes.
There you go. Yes.
And it takes intentionality to stop sadness sometimes. But most of us are so good at complaining that we don't know how to talk ourselves out.
Yep.
But the problem with that is while you're going through this is my identity sadness, you're wearing everybody out around you who cares about you.
Yep.
Until finally, when you start to see daylight again, people have taught themselves not to care as much as they did before.
Yep. That's true. That's true. And you're right, that balance is there.
It's got to be.
It's like when Moses dies, right? God gives the people of Israel a whole 30 days to sit down and mourn him.
And sit still, don't move.
Don't move at all.
Yep. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to forget him.
Yep. He gives you a chance to
But
do
you
it.
need to acknowledge. All right, so sometimes a preacher will call me and say his parent has passed away and say he's going to do the funeral. And occasionally somebody will ask me, what do I think? And I'll ask the question, why are you trying to mourn like a professional?
Yes.
I think, I could be wrong about this, but everyone I know who has taken on that task, there's a mixed result.
Okay.
They feel like a great responsibility has been achieved, but at the same time, they remain mortally wounded.
Yep.
Now, you're going to be wounded, but not mortally wounded for as long. I've seen people, it take some people a long, long time just to be able to manage their lives again.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that abject sadness has not alleviated at all when you don't allow yourself, people of faith, to mourn like a son or daughter.
Absolutely.
And not like a professional.
Absolutely.
And I think it's noble that people want to do that. But for myself,
I ain't doing it.
I knew that if I didn't, my mom or my grandma, that I was going to be in trouble after that emotionally because I didn't allow myself to be an observer that day rather than a director that day.
Yep.
Okay.
And that pressure, internal pressure, like you said, and that societal pressure to bend to be this superhuman person during a moment where you should be allowed to be.
It's detrimental.
Just a regular person in that moment.
It's detrimental. A lot of people feel pressure.
Yeah.
And I don't know a lot of parents that will say, I need you.
Yeah.
I remember my grandmother said, you're not going to be able to do this. You get somebody for me.
Yeah.
Mom, you're not going to handle this well. And they weren't talking about during the preaching moment. Yeah. Because most of us preachers know how to perform during the preaching moment. We really can put on a cape.
Absolutely.
But with kryptonite in the lunchbox.
Right,
so we can put the cape on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when the cape comes off, that vulnerable human being is there.
Yep.
And you haven't had the same time to traverse the grief process.
Yep.
Like a regular person would. And when you deny yourself that, I believe it creates a wound that is very, very slow to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're so focused that week on preparing the message. Because you know how we are. Our thought is, how do I get this message right? Especially in that moment, you can't bomb either. There's
no excuse. There's no excuse.
You cannot bomb in that moment.
There's no excuse.
So why put the pressure on yourself?
There's no.
Right.
No one's going to say that was a terrible sermon.
Right.
But his mom just
right.
No. It was just a bad sermon.
They be like, he should have did that.
No, he should let somebody else do it.
But you're right. In our profession, we have this tendency to try to be something.
Oh, yeah. At the wrong time.
At the wrong time.
Because, quite honestly, to be a preacher, pastors like we are, you have to function wounded a lot of the times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And when that wound is personal, it's difficult.
Yes.
But I think where parental versus sibling is different.
It's different, yeah.
Parental versus child is different. But that mom and dad thing, I believe a preacher needs to admit at that time.
Yeah.
I need to mourn as a son or daughter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think American culture versus other cultures, I can see why they have like weeks of mourning or weeks of a process. In America, it's like, all right, let's get to the funeral, bury the person, and just move on.
And you're supposed to be over it.
Yeah, you're supposed to be over it. Other cultures, you went to the Jewish thing that you went to.
Wow.
They take their time.
Yes.
It could be days, a week later, they're still doing things.
Yeah.
Because they understand how community helps people through that process. But for Americans, it's just like, throw you in the fire, deal with it, and just...
I think in the black culture, I don't know about others, but that the party after the funeral, where everybody's getting together talking, I think that's part of the healing process.
It is.
And a lot of people today are eliminating that piece.
Yes. Yep. They are. You're right.
Yeah.
Because we just move on and act like it's not there anymore and deal with it.
Is it possible to be serious about life if you're not serious about death?
Oh.
So if you're not planning for your death, you're not serious about that. And you can't possibly be serious about your life.
I agree.
Okay.
Facing your own mortality. And what the Bible says, Jesus' death on the cross eliminates the fear of death for us.
Yes.
So you can do all your plans, you can do all your stuff. Yeah. You know, because you just never know.
Yeah. You gotta, I mean, when we're young, you think you're going to live
I was
forever.
about to say that, yeah.
You get older, and you start realizing, okay, it's not going. You don't say it's going to happen right away, but you certainly know it's not as long as it's been.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, if you've been alive 50 years, you may not have another 50.
Yeah.
So, it's that realization that should cause some seriousness, and that seriousness should impact your life. But
what you do, I'll be 44 this year. Yeah. And it's that side of me's clicking,
change, right?
It's changing. My thought is, hey, these kids are getting older.
That's right.
The money we spend today, that's something that could take away from their college.
Absolutely.
Could take away from when they get married.
Absolutely.
Because I don't want to be that parent when it's time for them to get married. Sorry.
Got to go on Facebook and raise some money.
You know what I'm saying? Like, put something away to make sure.
Why do I think that's so trifling?
I know.
I got to, person dies in your family, close, and you got to do a GoFundMe?
GoFundMe, yep. But life insurance, we don't want to think about it. I've heard people, I don't want to think about it, so I'm not even let them worry about it.
You better.
If they love me, they'll take care of me.
Because there's more than a burial to take care of.
Yep.
Okay.
And from what I'm hearing now, the cost to bury somebody is a whole lot more.
It's $11,000, $12,000, and cremation is what, $2,000?
I thought it was.
That's why people are opting for it.
Okay.
$2,000, $2,500 versus $11,000, $12,000. But if you're not prepared for it,
yep.
I've seen people trying to get GoFundMe together for cremation, which is a whole another biblical conversation.
Yeah.
That's spend your whole life trying to avoid fire,
you jump right
and
into
then you
it.
pay to jump into it. Come on now, that's a whole another. In the Bible, the only place they put in fire was trash and disposable people. I'm just.
Yeah, I know.
But people are not prepared.
They're not prepared for it.
Anyway, 866-743-8267, 866-743-8267, Evans. This is On Point, the #1 Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America, live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on any smart device at David G. Evans 1. Won't you please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to us, hit that notification bell so you know every time we're having one of these great conversations. Also, I understand we'll be moving over to the On Pointe podcast platform soon.
On YouTube, yep.
So we'll keep you informed so you can follow us over. We're looking forward to great things over there. 866-743-8267, 866-743-8267, 866-74 Give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. We always hear from our legacy callers, but we love hearing from our first-time callers, second-time callers also. So don't be shy. We don't have to agree all the time, but we just agree to not be disagreeable when we're disagreeing, if you get it. All right. Let's go to Robin from Delaware. Morning, Robin.
Robin.
Well, good morning, Bishop and Pastor Nick. How y'all doing this morning?
How you doing?
Good. Pastor Nick.
Ma'am.
Yes, do me a favor.
Yes.
Time me. Give me 3 minutes, Bishop. And Pastor Nick can time me.
I don't want to embarrass you. You're not
right.
But I'm just because you requested it, and we're loving pastors, I'm going to do it.
Right.
Okay, go. Go.
Gosh, I love y'all. I just love y'all.
We love you too, Robin. Go.
You wasting time.
Go. Go.
Stop, Bishop.
You just blew 20 seconds. Let's go.
See, look, I can't. You won't let me get it out. I'm laughing. Come on now.
30 seconds. Go.
All right. But first, I always want to say I thank God for choosing and calling you and Pastor Nick, because the way that y'all share your word, you teach the word, it's just, I always say, God, I know you called and chose them so, but I thank God every day for that. I really do. But I just have to throw these 2 things out that I found.
Okay.
Bishop, do you have HOA where you live? The only reason I'm asking is because there was a woman, I think in Florida, where she was in jail for a week because her grass was brown. Somebody called, I guess from the HOA, and she was away on she was away on vacation, so she didn't get anybody, to, I guess, water her grass. But I think it's the community that she was living in, but I never heard that you want to get in trouble because your grass is brown and it didn't rain for a while.
Well, when you have an HOA, and I know some people that do, you are responsible for taking, regular care of your property. They do have regulations, but to give the impression, because, those people that have sprinklers know that sometimes, regardless of how much you water, you're still going to get brown spots in your grass. It just comes with the territory. If it's very hot, depending on what side of your house the sun is on most intense, you'll find your grass getting brown. And the other alternative is to water it every day. And then when you get a water bill, you faint in the living room when you open the envelope.
That's right.
So there's but I've never heard of someone being arrested because their grass was
brown.
From what I see, it wasn't just the grass. She had other issues, like her mailbox was messed up. She had dents in her garage door, and some other issues.
She messing up the neighborhood.
So they gave her 30 days to fix it.
And she didn't do that.
Yeah, so they arrested her for
okay.
But I never heard of her being arrested.
But still, don't put nobody in jail.
Not for jail though.
Man, they didn't like her.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't doubt there might be another challenged property in the neighborhood, and they didn't send them to jail either. So she probably got on the nerves of the association. Plus, a lot of people do a lot of complaining to the HOA.
Yeah.
And then they have all these infractions. And so we don't know the whole story.
Yeah, we don't know the whole story. But did y'all see the AI regarding Obama getting arrested by FBI?
Trump posted
that.
No.
Yes.
Of course,
and he's been getting death threats, and I heard that he's suing Trump too. He's been getting death threats from people. I don't know, from the MAGA.
Who's suing Trump?
Obama, for putting that out there.
I don't blame him.
Saying, yep. I think he said he's going for $10 million.
10? That's not enough.
Yep.
I didn't hear that part, but okay. I might, but he's trying to. So Epstein thing.
It's all deflection.
Yeah.
Yep, distraction.
He wants Martin Luther King stuff released again. Obama did this. Biden did this. Wait a minute, Doc. We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. And I'm ready to be corrected, as usual. If he has nothing to worry about, why is he concerned about the release of information?
Absolutely. Exactly.
Is he on the list?
He's more than on the list. Because his name on the list would not incriminate him.
Yep.
Nope.
He may be afraid that there's no reason to say we're going to release all of it. And then once Pam Bondi gets some evidence, okay, we really shouldn't be talking about this. Come on now. Come on now. And I think some of his followers, this has been a crossroads for them.
Yeah, they putting their foot. Yeah.
Yeah, because they want to know, because part of what they believe, especially that QAnon people and the radical MAGAs, and I don't get this. Now, the last time he said, I wish him well, Epstein was dead. Yep. Now he says, Maxwell, I wish her well. Well, most people are really inflamed about that statement. But he also said those people in West Virginia, he said there are some good people there.
Yep.
And the people had killed people. So his mindset is that what he has been involved in or what he approves of, you really can't do anything that bad for him to, really be negative about you.
Yeah.
So the complicity of this thing is, and his efforts at distracting people away from the conversation, just the conversation.
Yep.
I guess he is tired of hearing it.
Yeah.
And he knows he's on. He knows he's in the listing. They know he's in the flight logs.
Yep.
But he wouldn't be afraid of the flight logs
if I was
and the listings. Something else has to go on.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, but I'm done, Pastor Nick. If you look this up, because I need to see if this.
That's way over 3 minutes.
But I'm getting off, Pastor Nick. If you can look this up and see if this is real. A black worker was told by his white manager he had to use the outside bathroom. The workers came in and said, that someone was in that bathroom. He said, well, you still have to wait. And the worker was like, so I can't use the bathroom in here? I'm a worker. So he said, yes, you can get fired for not using the bathroom outside. So, Pastor, look that up and see if you find the same thing I found.
And you heard
that's all I have.
That's some recent event, Robin?
Yeah, I just saw it because when I'm like on my Facebook, posting positive things, sometimes videos will come to me, and I saw that, and it was on. I think it was on YouTube too. But
you about to go into 6 minutes? So are you done yet?
Yes, I'm done. I love you, Bishop. I love y'all. Y'all have a good day. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you for making me laugh. Laughter is good for the soul.
Take it easy. 866-743-8267, 866-743-8267, Evans. Give us a call. This is On Point. We're going to Tom, Fort Lauderdale. Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Good morning, Bishop. How you doing, Pastor Nick?
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
How's things in Florida, man?
Other than, alligator Alcatraz, things are getting better.
All right, you need to encourage me. What's better?
I don't see the governor as much. I think he's on his last year or two, so he's been kind of quiet.
Now,
and the Democrats down here are making a lot of noise.
I guess they are.
We have a Democratic mayor down in Miami. And she's not Cuban, and she's killing them. So, kind of liking that. But Bishop, I had a question for you.
Sure.
Do you think Murdoch set Trump up? What I mean is, all this information was available in the beginning, and he pieced it out, almost to set Trump up to lie. First, he said, there was some information, Trump lied. Then the information comes out, people told him about it, but all that information was available when the first story came out. It appears as though every lie Trump gives, Murdoch's, one of the papers come out with the rebuttal going, oh, no, you knew about that. And, oh, no, that's not the case. Almost like they know his MOA and they put this information out piecemeal.
I tell you what I've noticed, Tom, and you guys help me with this. It seems to me that whatever our president accuses someone else of doing, he's either done it or is in the process of doing it.
I agree totally.
I had hoped that the election process, when he lost, as usual, was basically honest. But he revealed how much chicanery he had going on, trying to win the election, by saying it's a hoax, it was fixed. Whenever his plans don't work out, he accuses his opponent of what he failed at or what he is doing himself. It's just amazing. And it's such a regular deflection that he has almost this maniacal consistency with blaming others for what he is presently doing or has done.
Yeah.
Okay. So now when I listen to the president, he kind of tells you what he's doing behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you think most people listen that way, Tom?
No. Well, it depends. I think you, Pastor Nick, but people who are mega only hear what they want to hear. And and people on the other side only hear what they want to hear. We're so tunnel vision now.
So why do you think this Epstein thing has resonated with some of his party so loudly and so passionately?
I saw something the other day. It was talking about the deep state with the rapists and the baby killers.
Yeah.
And that they're so up on that, and they really believe that people in Washington are doing this on a real large basis.
And part of his job was to
clean it out.
Yeah, clean up the deep state and expose it. And then, do you think some of his people now think he's a part of that?
I think totally.
Okay.
And they're kind of sorry about it. I mean, that Proud guy who had the Proud Boy who was wearing the helmet, who got pardoned, he's talking stuff now. And you would think he'd be the last guy to say he was pardoned and not in jail.
I thought Joe Rogan would never say anything in opposition.
Oh, wow.
But he's been on fire about this thing. Because I think the president made a mistake yesterday when they asked him, would he consider pardoning Ms. Maxwell?
Yes.
And his answer was absolutely unacceptable. Well, I can do that if I want to.
Yeah.
That's not the right answer for someone that's documented guilty of the things she's guilty of. It was the wrong response. So you can't pick what people are going to get excited about.
Yeah.
And I certainly didn't think this was it. But man, they are on fire about this, and they're crossing party lines about it. But here I go again. You guys correct me. I think that those people that have been afraid to come up against him see this as a way of getting him out of office.
Yeah.
I can't believe the Speaker of the House put him on vacation early so they wouldn't have to take a vote.
To avoid the vote.
Which means to me that he's kind of talking out of both sides of his mouth. Because on one hand, he wants total disclosure. On the other hand, he doesn't want to vote so there can be the access to information that they need to look at it. Because I believe he knows what's in there.
Yeah.
And maybe he's gone home to figure out whether this is the way that they can shift Vance into the presidency.
Yeah.
Which is going to be bad, but not quite this
quite bad. Yeah.
It would be an improvement, but
maybe Johnson will become the vice president.
Yeah, oh Lord, that'd be something. But I mean, my thought is with Columbia doing their thing, some corporate person or somebody with money besides Musk, he's going to piss off the wrong person.
I think it was Murdoch.
Oh yeah, and they're going to.
I think Murdoch is not at his age and all.
Yeah. What do you got to lose?
The money he has, I think that's the wrong guy.
Yep.
I think Musk has gone quiet, which means to me, Musk is working behind the scenes. I don't think he's going to walk away with his tail between his legs.
No.
Nope. No.
And that thing that Twitter put out, that his buddy put out there, started all this. We had forgot about it.
Yeah, he did say.
This happened. Hey, Bishop, I have a question.
Go ahead, man.
A little different. Biblically, and I'm not thinking anything crazy. Revelations. I don't hear ministers speak on it.
A lot of them don't. Traditionally, we refer to it quite a bit. Traditionally, some preachers believe that based upon, I forget what verse it is in Revelation, they weren't supposed to talk about it. So a lot of preachers, especially in our ethnicity, older preachers, and not even, well, even now it's just neglect, but older preachers began to believe, based on a verse in the Bible, that Revelation was off limits.
Oh.
So you didn't hear a lot of, and it's a very simple verse, and it's something about should not be looked into. I think that's how I'm paraphrasing it. They believe that's just to read, but not to preach. But today, with what I'm calling the social gospel, there's only certain parts of the Bible that some people are preaching. And that in itself is an error. Because it is in Revelation that the Bible says that God has made us kings and priests on the earth. So it shows the ultimate creative purpose of God for mankind, that we would have authority with heaven and authority on earth. And that culmination begins with eternal life. So once we have received eternal life, we're kings and priests. Well, Revelation talks about that in chapter 2 and I believe chapter 5 or 6. So the picture of the churches is so incredibly relevant, and the warfare between Satan and the angels in heaven, all of that gives you a greater understanding of the rest of your Bible. So I think it's a mistake.
All right. Well,
maybe a lot of preachers can't see it and make it gospel or make it apply to now. Perhaps that might be part of the reason.
Well, things are cleaning up a little closer.
Of course.
Makes more sense.
Makes more sense now?
Yeah.
Glad we could help you. Thanks for calling, man.
All right, take care.
Talk to you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
866-743-8267. I want to ask you a question, Pastor Nick. So this thing with Columbia, they basically paid $220 million as a settlement?
As a settlement, so that
they could get $1.2 billion.
Yeah, they can get more money, yes.
So the government is getting a cut of their appropriation.
Yes.
That's 9 ways wrong. But they had to say to themselves, okay, we're going to let you basically over-influence our processes to get this $220 million. Get this $1.2 billion. That intrusion should have been unacceptable.
Yep. And then telling the school what they can teach, what they can't teach on, getting rid of certain things. College is supposed to be a place where you learn a variety of views on the subject.
Ideas are expressed.
It's where it's supposed to happen.
But now they're saying there's certain ideas they don't want you to express.
Yes. So now everything...
And you got the Worldwide Wrestling Association lady who thought AI was A1.
A1, I know.
We're not talking about steak sauce.
I know.
But I think it's such a wrong step, big wrong step. And so kids aren't allowed to protest. And if they do, we're pulling your federal money.
Yep.
So now freedom of speech is gone. I'm not talking about violent protests.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
just normal.
Yeah, it's the stuff college students do.
Yeah, and anything they consider anti-Semitic. But here's again going back to the DEI thing and racism. Who qualifies where the line is?
Exactly.
So if it's up for interpretation in each instance, I don't like that, so you're wrong. I like that. That's fine. So how do these schools know what to teach on, what not to teach on, when the line keeps changing?
The government wants to tell them what to teach.
Yeah.
Now that is not democracy.
No.
And that's not college life in the United States. So who does this satisfy? Is this satisfying the Christian nationalists? That only certain subjects should be taught at universities that you can't afford to go to? Is this some kind of hostility towards Ivy League schools?
Liberal schools too.
Well, yeah, liberal schools too.
Yep.
And this Harvard issue. What I've noticed about the present administration is they like being the boss of circles they were not invited into.
Yep.
So I find out, you knew this already, I'm sure, that a disproportionate amount of American presidents went to Harvard.
Yep. Oh yeah, a lot of them were here.
Of course, our president did not. And I believe that Obama was an Ivy League individual. Okay. So there's some animosity there. I went to Lincoln. I'm not mad because I didn't go to Harvard.
Right. Yeah. You were good with going to Lincoln. Yeah. And I think Trump, he went to school. What did school? I think he went to school in Philly. He went to, did he go to Wharton?
He went to Wharton, but his dad had to buy the education for him.
Yeah.
His dad had to buy a chair in order to get him in.
Yes. Yeah. You're born with a silver spoon in your mouth. But that's the thing.
The affirmative action of wealth.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go. That's why I'm like, how these people, common, like everyday regular folk, think that he relates to them when he has never been in your situation before.
The affirmative action of wealth.
That's true. Yeah.
And
they do it all the time. Legacy.
You call it what you want. It's affirmative action.
It's affirmative action.
Your dad can buy you a chair. We'll let you in the university.
There you go.
And you didn't qualify.
Let you skate by.
You can't even read with any efficiency. But we're going to get you into a graduate school.
And probably pass them right on by.
Well, I saw a news clip the other day that was frightening to me. I saw our president imitate reading a letter that a guy sitting next to him had given him. And when he looked at it for a minute, and then he said, "Let me see if you signed it." And I don't know if you saw this. And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Is that your signature?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Why don't you read the most important part to us?"
Okay.
Because he couldn't comprehend it. Now, I don't know whether that means he's dyslexic. Because he obviously has people that can't read develop tremendous memories.
Yes, that's true.
Something's going on with him, but he kind of fumbled and looked. He says, "Oh yeah, this is impressive. This is impressive." Then he asked the guy, "Why don't you read the most important part out to us?"
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I watched it, and I was like, "Wait a minute, he's not reading that." Then he went to the signature page. I said, "Wait a minute." And then when I said, "Yeah, you're being a little too suspicious." And then when he asked the guy to read his own letter, that he supposedly just read, I'm like, "Come on, man."
Yeah. I mean, he's known not to be the most educated person.
And the people around him know that.
Yeah.
I wonder how much advantage they take of that.
Oh, I'm sure they take it in small ways that he doesn't recognize. Like when the I don't know if you saw when the I can't remember what country, Africa, they came.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "Your English is so good."
Oh.
And the guy was like, "English is our first language."
Where did you learn it? Where did you get your education? He said, "Liberia."
Liberia, like they speak English over there. It's like, I'm like, oh, you don't even research, but I guess he doesn't feel like he has to.
Well, it was racist.
Yeah.
It was assumption. You must have gotten your education here.
Yeah.
Because you speak so well. So well for who?
For who? Exactly.
Now, I've got a lot of white friends, long term. I've never heard anyone say to them, you speak well for a white person.
Yep.
Even when they don't. Okay.
Because there's this automatic assumption that all of us are the same.
And we have not done a lot to negate that assumption. A lot of it, we know sometimes.
Some areas, yeah.
Yeah, but the professional black folk have to be bilingual. They have to speak African American and have to speak regular English. Because you got to understand what's going on in both communities. But it was obviously, sometimes our prejudices cannot be restrained.
My thing is, black people aren't a monolith.
Right.
And we say that often.
Absolutely.
You know, but for some strange reason with us, one small group or one group reflects the whole.
Well, yeah.
But in other groups, they're
the
just
majority.
fringe.
The majority reflects.
Reflects,
not
not them. Because you know, a lot of us that I know, working class people, professional people, not out here acting the fool.
Nope.
We got our crowds that do. So I'm not denying those things that are going on.
But it's not the majority.
But it's not the majority.
No, not a long stretch. But if I've got an issue with you in your group, I'm going to halo that stuff. Because most immigrants are not criminals.
That's true. Yeah.
I got in this conversation the other day, and I was glad I did, but I was sorry I did at the same time, because I think me and the person's relationship changed.
Okay.
And he was talking about this deportation of immigrants, and I was talking about the fact that why are you assuming that majority of immigrants are criminals? Yeah, well, you hear about those 22,000 people that, have killed people. I said, so how many immigrants? Maybe 10, 15 million? 22,000 over the last 25 years have committed crimes. Yeah, we need to get them out. I said, so when are you going to start deporting white people?
Yep.
He said, what do you mean? I said, well, let's be fair. I got a friend, name's Bruce, very well off, and every time a mass shooting happens in the United States, a mass shooting, I'm not talking about 3 or 4, which is still significant, but the big ones, the heinous ones, those killings, me and him seem to talk every time. And every time we do that, he'll say, I bet you it's another one of those crazy guys. And he's not talking about black folks, he's talking about white people. So I asked the guy that I was talking to, I said, look, as far as mass shootings are concerned, have those been immigrants or have they been white Americans? Whole conversation froze.
Yep.
It just froze. Because the reality is, to get a result, they've given the impression that my immigrants are responsible for a lot of this crime, and they're not.
And they're not. They're not. I think I was reading a couple of weeks ago a statistic. The biggest group of pedophiles in the country, white men. Am I supposed to be afraid of every white male?
No.
That comes around?
No.
But again, they're lone wolves. They don't reflect the whole. But when it comes to us and other immigrants, and it's those few reflect.
Whoever I have a problem with, I'm going to halo the social issue I have with them. And it lumps a whole group of people into a very small category. So I think we have to have these thoughtful conversations. And you have to bring the truth out. And what I noticed is when I was talking to a couple people last week, it's not about facts. It's largely about how they feel about this thing. Because when you start to bring up the facts, they have no concrete answers. They've got no receipts, as the kids say. It's just how they feel. And I see the desperation for validation and just willingness to go along with it because I feel better about me if I can blame my problems on somebody else. But then we had a work conversation. I didn't know that when Social Security and welfare were originally designed and implemented as part of our government, that it was primarily for white women and white families. Because agricultural workers, those kind of day laboring people, they weren't eligible. So it wasn't for minorities. So the perpetuation that social programs have always been for minorities and immigrants is not true.
Not true at all.
Social Security started out for homes where a parent was missing, mostly the man, so the family could get what they needed for the kids in the house.
Yep.
Welfare had the same connotation. But over time, people began to believe what was being said, that it's mostly the problem people that are getting these services, which is why it's so easy. But now that if you know this, you're a politician, why is it easy for you to hurt the people that are part of who you are?
Yeah. They secretly resent that crowd too.
Wow.
But they don't, even with black people, like they didn't think about how when they started help creating hoods and ghettos and stuff. I remember talking to somebody about this back in the day, how certain blacks, of course, couldn't get certain jobs.
Right.
So the only jobs that were available for extremely low-paying jobs. So they needed welfare. They needed these things in order just to survive.
Absolutely.
Right? So you help create the circumstance. And then you're mad about the circumstance that you helped create.
When's the last time the minimum wage, federal minimum wage, was raised in the United States?
A couple years ago. And that was like, there was a big stretch between, I think, when Biden was in. And then before that, it was a huge stretch.
25 years. And even now, that minimum wage is not livable. At least I don't think it is. And I don't know a lot of people that would work for that minimum wage. Man, we're running out of time. That went fast.
Yeah, right. And your anniversary's tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Praise the Lord.
Well,
come on now.
35 years.
Come on.
Here at our church. Won't you please come out? We're having an 11 o'clock service, special guests at 11. 6 o'clock service, special guests. Got special music all day long. You're going to have a great celebration. 35 years, pastor in the church. Come on out and help us celebrate tomorrow at 11 a.m. live, 6 p.m. in the evening live. We're expecting people to come from all over, but it won't be the same without you. So just come and be a part of this great celebration. I can't believe 35 years in the same church. And how long you been with me?
Since 91, so about 34.
34 or 35?
We came your first Easter.
Wow. Wow. Well, join us tomorrow, 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. as we celebrate. And we've got Bishop James Nelson at 11. If you missed him at Power of God, you don't want to miss him again. And Pastor Y.P.J. Miller is coming at 6 o'clock. Special musical guest in the afternoon. We want you to subscribe to On Pointe Podcast on YouTube. We will migrate On Pointe to this page in the future. My new book, Elevate, is out. You want to get it. I'm getting all kinds of rave reviews from around the country from people that have bought it and have read it completely. All access to Power of God 24 and 25 at POG Plus. Visit our Bethany, gotopog.com page. That's gotopog.com to get more information on Power of God Plus. The bookstore is open today. If you need some inspiration, you want to text BBC Elevate to 28950. That's 28950. Elevate to 28950. If you want to know what's going on, just keep up to date with our activities, BBC News to 28950. We want to pray with you. Give us the opportunity. You can email your prayer requests to prayer@gotobethany.com. That's prayer@gotobethany.com. We want to pray with you. Subscribe to our platforms, David G. Evans 1 and BBC of NJ on YouTube. Also subscribe to DGEMS, that's DGEMS, and On Pointe, which are our other podcast platforms. Well, for Pastor Nicholas A. Smith, I'm Bishop David G. Evans. We're so honored that you called us today, that you listened to us. Write us, let us know how you feel about the program. We feel as though it is quite balanced. We talk about a variety of issues, but always from a biblical perspective or biblical foundation. I want to see you tomorrow to help us celebrate 35 years. Oh, I was at an event for Louise Williams on on Friday.
Cool.
92 years
good.
old, 93 years old, and doing quite well.
Good.
Voice still strong.
Good.
Supposed to be here tomorrow.
Nice.
Looking forward to seeing if she's going to be able to make it. So her son said he would bring her.
Okay.
As always, thank you for joining us. Remember now, faith acts like a thing is, so even when it's not so, that it might be so. God bless you. See you next time on Point.